Hi guys, welcome back to Between the Rows. We've got a good amount of updates for you. We're getting ready to head back down to Casa Grande. It's the big house, Arizona, basically, is where we're headed. We are putting together a new Midwest Modified for Onyx. He's going to be racing this thing down there. It's a WISSOTA Midwest Modified, but they do have what they're calling the limited mod class down there. This is essentially, it's the same class as he was running before. His other car, old car I guess you could say, is back there. We are putting together this new car for him. It's a new MB Customs out of Menominee, Wisconsin. Been working with those guys for a long time. But the really exciting part here, not that this isn't, I guess, another exciting piece is that right there. That's a new engine as well. We're putting a new engine in a new car. We're gonna drive to the opposite end of the country to go race it for the first time. What could go wrong? Every time we get a new engine, we do a proper flyover. So we have an airplane hired to fly over here right before I unload this engine. Anna loves airplane flyovers. Here he is. Believe it should be an F-16. Oh no, that's a Piper Cub. Here we go. Talk to me, Goose. See, dogs, they love flyovers too. Love them. Okay, I didn't actually hire anybody to do the flyover before we unload the engine. That's just a buddy of mine that happened to call and seemed like a patriotic moment. And Didge could not get in the shop fast enough. I guarantee you that scared her a little bit. Didge doesn't like weird things like Piper Cubs at 100 feet above the yard and drones and things of that nature. I think my jack needs a little oil or something. Pretty slow. Now, you may notice something's a little bit different about this one. The distributor's on the wrong end. Or, depending on how you look at it personally, it's on the correct end. It's on the end it's on. That's for sure. Anyway, I've been doing this whole race deal. I've been involved in this heavily for 25 years. I've certainly never had a Ford engine. But here we go. So this will be a different experience. Few things that are a little bit different. A little bit of the plumbing because of where the distributor and the fuel pump are. Oil filter's different, headers are different. Different things like that. Carburetor's the same. Plumbing in the water is going to be a little bit different. Mostly pretty basic stuff, but different than what I have here. With the set of rules that his division has to follow, there's been a lot of guys having really good success with the Fords, and we wanted a new engine, wanted to do something different, we just wanted to try something different. So that's definitely it. Just got done with a lengthy delay. I had to run to town here. The flex plate that goes on the back and the hub that bolts to it on the back of the engine did not jive correctly. So I'm having that hub actually machined down a little bit to fit in that flex plate because I have to run that flex plate. So now I got other things I'm going to tinker on. It's just like switching from everything always being Chevy to this it's just like all the bells and whistles and the trinkets. Lots of little pieces, parts and pieces are just different. So that's the first hiccup. I hope we don't run into too many more. So the water neck here comes out of the front. Same as the Chevy, but the Chevy is on top like this. So it is a little bit different. Distributor's kind of where the water neck is on the small block Chevy. So I'm going to mess with that. Engine mounts are actually quite a bit different. Without that flex plate, I can't actually drop the thing in the car tonight. So I'm gonna have to get that flex plate tomorrow after they've machined it. But I need to see if I got a water line also. So that's the radiator and fan I was running. That's what's probably gonna go in the other car. I've been running a 16 line on it. There's a chance, but probably not. I'll probably need a different end. That shouldn't be too tough. Kind of one of those things that I won't really know for sure until I have the thing sitting down in there. Onyx decided he wanted his gas pedal in a little bit of a different spot.
We're making a YouTube video now?
We are. So he's gonna punch a hole in there. We are working on his seat. It's just bolted to the floor right now. Adjusted his belts, moved his steering wheel, made some notes, and now we're finishing up some fitment there. There you go. All right, I'm really bad at taking clips with the camera when my hands are dirty and busy and I'm just trying to bolt stuff together. It's been a few days. We got the engine in there. We do not have things running yet because we are waiting for our headers. These headers are borrowed and the right side one doesn't fit. We're waiting for our headers and for a pulley kit to run the fan and the power steering pump. Those are the two items I'm really waiting on. I got a little bit more to do with running the fuel line up to the wrong front corner of the engine, mounting the radiator better, and a couple of body things to finish, but this thing is turning out nice. We got most of the body on other than fitting the hood and the right side door because the lift is a little bit in the way and it's just nice to work on the car without it, but otherwise everything you see on the car is finished at this point. I had a lot of issues with a lot of little things. The starter being an issue, the original starter we had was not right. The next one I got was not right. We had an engine mount issue on the left side. Right side bolted right on, left side we had to fabricate some stuff. So it's been some growing pains with the Ford for sure. But now I got part numbers and I kind of know what's going on. I understand the hiccups with it. It should go faster if I ever need to do it again. I mean, I kind of understand where I'm at. It's just something I've never been through before. We also have a rear end leak going on our brand new rear end there, so she's making a mess. So it's always something. They didn't kill us all. Once again, it's been a couple of days here, but I've got the pulley kit in, got the headers on. Honestly, I have everything ready to fire. I've got water in it, power steering, all the lines are on, everything is ready to go here. Love me the smell of a new set of Speedworks headers. Those things are beautiful. Got an HMS air filter in there, snapped together. I got to put my hood scoop on the hood yet. Just got it sitting here, but I want to throw this thing on scales. I did go through and set the front end settings, just going off of basically ride height measurements. I'm going to scale this thing now according to the numbers, put it on these scale pads, go over some things. I don't know if I'll finish tonight or not. It's almost 8 o'clock, but nobody else is home, so hey, why not? I've got my front shocks pulled off so nothing's binding up here. Just get enough weight off to toss the pads under each tire. Apparently that's not enough. I got the camera out now. So you should have gotten a haircut like I did today. Hey. Shh. You came just in time. Right, ready? Well, we had this thing running last night. Everything seemed good other than we have an accelerator pump diaphragm on the carburetor that's leaking. So we're gonna get a diaphragm and we'll throw that in at the track when we get down to Arizona. But now it's time for the fun part. we're gonna throw some graphics on this thing. And we got them back there. Onyx and Becky went and grabbed them this morning. Kind of waiting for Onyx. I think he's in the house finishing up some homeschool stuff. So I think I'll just start cleaning the dust off of some stuff here and laying some stuff out for him. It's his machine, so we gotta let him put the first decals on it. Or if you live in Canada, I guess they're decals? That's a thing. I don't know. I live too close to Canada. I know that. Yeah, they call decals decals. Also, a face mask is a toque, and a semi is a semi. They're weird people. I got a couple measured and laid out here, and Onyx said to go ahead and throw them on, so we'll just kind of start picking away at it. I always feel like this needs to be the first one. For absolutely no reason at all. It's just what I've always kind of thought. Sticker 1. If you pull a lot of trailers, especially on rough roads, contact Shocker Hitch. Owned by a good buddy of ours that we actually race with, or Onyx races against. He's gonna be running down in Arizona, Scott Bintz. Started by Bob Sagan, who's a local mod legend from in this area. But these hitches are awesome. They really do take, I guess, the shock, you could call it, out of potholes and bridges and whatever when you're hauling a heavy load and something hits hard on the hitch. This really takes that jar out of it. Saves on your hitch and your back.
Hello.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You,
Hello. We just have our doors to finish up here. So the big ones, the big stickers. Not as big as we're going to be putting on the big car in a couple of days. There she is in all of her glory. Isn't she a beaut? Got a lot of good sponsors on here that we've worked with for a long time. Fast Threads, previously Outlaw Graphics, printed these off for us. Took us about an hour and a half, 2 hours to stick them on there. She's gonna look good on the track. Onyx does have a little bit of room right here if anybody's interested in a marketing partner for 2025. Talk to Onyx. Well, I got time, so I'm gonna load the thing. We have one more day tomorrow around here, and if it's loaded up, then I just can't work on it, so that'll be good. Well, would you look at that? Whew! Paris Hilton would say that's hot. I don't know if any of you kids even know who that is anymore. There is your Paris Hilton reference of the day.